Hello, my name is James, and welcome to Mirror Domains. And this is your place for entertainment news. Beetlejuice box office numbers are in, and it is a hit. It's a smash, guys. It's made some money at the box office. We'll take a look at those numbers, and what else do we got on tap for today? Salem's Lot gets our first look, like actual footage. We'll take a look at some of that. And then we'll just scan the interwebs to see what else is out there. It's kind of a raw show today. I don't really have a whole lot to go into. So we'll just take a look at the box office numbers here for the weekend of September 6th to the 8th. The top 5 go: Deadpool and Wolverine. Number 3, Reagan. Number 4, Alien Romulus. And number 5, It Ends With Us. Hanging in there. It Ends With Us. Wow. So, Beetlejuice in the number 1 spot, opening with 110 million for the domestic box office, 35.4 internationally, for a worldwide total of 145. So, is that good or not? Well, let's take a look at the budget. Let's take a look at the numbers. Budget is being listed somewhere between, around the $100 million mark, right? So they're saying that around 200, 250, maybe 220 so to break even. So it's on pace. It's definitely going to get there, because the only thing opening up this week is that remake Speak No Evil. So it's not going to have a whole lot of competition. And the people that have gone out to see Beetlejuice seem to have liked it. Including the critics. For some reason, I can't fathom this. Fans also liked it. I'm in the minority here, guys. There are others out there, though, that don't like it as well. And I don't know if I'm going to really justify why I don't like it. Maybe. Do I need to slap up the old movie review label? Guys, I understand that Beetlejuice doesn't show up till like an hour before, like in the original one as well. It's just, this is not a new film, like setting a new kind of universe. This is a sequel, adding on to an already known universe. And people are going to see it because they want to see Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. They want to see him back on the big screen again. And they're holding that back. And I've heard that Michael Keaton himself said that, no, he would only come back if he was going to be like, they would pepper him throughout and not have him like all over, like splashed, like every 5 minutes on the screen. So, I think I echo also what other people are saying about the Monica Bellucci character. Is just like, there are certain characters in this where you can just take out, and then it would tighten the story. It would make the story better. The wife story didn't really go anywhere. It didn't add anything to the story. Same with the Willem Dafoe character. There's just points in this movie where it's like, why are we here? Why are we with just this Justin Theroux character, who we're not supposed to like him, but why are we doing this? What does this have to do with Beetlejuice and the story that we want to see, which is kind of like the mother-daughter relationship, and how it's strained because she can see ghosts and can't see the father. Like there was something there that if they had hit that a little bit more harder, you would have had a little bit more heart to it. And like what the first movie kind of did, about having the two people die and not realize they're dead, and kind of like the tragedy of that. And then Beetlejuice comes in, right? Okay, so you've got a mother and daughter story where it's strained because she can see ghosts and she can't. And then you get revealed on that, yes, later Astrid does develop the ability to see dead people. So it's kind of like there was some stuff in there that could have made it good. I'm curious to see what the critics say, because I'm struggling to figure out how they're justifying this, because you see them tear apart movies like Furiosa, Borderlands, and I'm perplexed here. I have to assume that it's all boiling down to nostalgia. Crowded, lackluster script Burton delivers in spades. Making the latest film on the afterlife's leading bioexorcist fun enough to keep you smiling. See, no, that for me, I wasn't fun. It was like in my straight out of the theater reaction, I said it was boring. Like for the first half an hour, I was like, guys, what are we doing here? What's happening? Like I'm looking at my watch. Within the first half an hour, that's not good. Less fun than the original. Okay, Dennis Schwartz says, yes, I agree with that. Movie freak, as legacy sequels go, Beetlejuice gets so much right, it's easy to gloss over the majority of its obvious missteps. But he still said that it was good. I don't ever plan to revisit Beetlejuice. I'll watch Beetlejuice, the first one, but not the second one. I just, I can't. I'm grasping at straws here, guys. If I did a formal review, I suppose I could tell you exactly why. The film tries hard to do the thing and coast on nostalgia only to forget the underlying humanity of the original of a young woman neglected by her own parents who discovers a new family with a pair of ghosts. Nothing in Beetlejuice feels like a fully developed idea. Every character and concept is cut short. It's an enjoyable film with a scatterbrained script. It says double toasted, so double toasted didn't like it. I watched Angry Joe, and he pretty much echoed everything that I said as well. There's just wasted characters in here. This Beetlejuice is full of whimsy. It's full of Tim Burton whimsy, which works at times, but it's kind of like we're watching Willem Dafoe as an actor, like was an actor in real life or in the movie and then died and then became a detective. And why are we watching these scenes? What is this adding to it? And it's not really adding that much, right? And it's just full of stuff like that that's put in there for whimsy. Oh, we're working with Willem Dafoe. Just let him experiment and do these scenes, and then we'll put it in, and hopefully it'll make sense later on, right? Well, not necessarily. I want to see if there's a Matt Donato in here. I'm really curious to see what he's going to say. Cody Leach liked it. Uh, eh. Who else? Come on, show me. I want to see somebody else who jumps off the page here. Um, yeah, like a Jeremy Johns. Joyless is all that somebody said. Brings the afterlife hijinks back into a beautifully morbid way, while also crafting a story that stands on its own. It's the best time I've ever had in the netherworld since 1988. Okay. So it seems like a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for it, and that's where they're just resting their laurels. Doug Walker from Channel Awesome. True, it's not for everyone. The characters are one note and the story's a mess. So even in the good reviews, people are conceding that the story's a mess. For me, I want to recommend movies that are cohesive enough that, okay, here's the story structure. Are things cheesy in it? Okay, but narratively, it works. I can't really tell you what Lydia's arc is. Like, what's what's the setup for her that gets paid off in the final act, right? Um, that brings it around to full conclusion, right? And I can't tell you what that is. Could I tell you what's that conclusion? That just she wants to make amends and get along with her mother again? Uh, okay, they do. They want to find their father. Oh, that's it. They want to find the father. Okay, so they find the father. Yeah. Like when they found the father, were you supposed to be like, oh, yes, now their story's complete? I can totally relate to that. Okay, Martinato liked it. Beetlejuice reopens the door to a beloved horror comedy dimension, and there are highlights worth the second tour, but like many decades later sequels, Burton's chasing a high that he never catches. So even there, you're conceding stuff. Dan Miro, if you're looking for style, laughs, and great Beetlejuice moments, it delivers. If you're looking for a movie that matches or compares to the original, I think you may be let down. So there's a lot of people, and my feeling of all this. We'll stop here with the reviews here. My feeling is that a lot of people are looking away in the other direction of the story and the characters and how it all is, all in the face for nostalgia. Okay, box office numbers wise, it's made 145 million on that. I'll concede that for the most part, I didn't come out like loathing this. I didn't say that this was like the Crow reboot or Borderlands, where yeah, I could see where people had some serious issues with it. It's not like that. It was just deflated. It was just it was a movie. It's there. It's there, guys. If you want to spend an hour and 45 minutes of your time watching this, you're not going to be offended watching it, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But maybe you will be offended by some of it. God, that, oh God, that scene was pretty gross, right? That birthing scene. Um, so I guess there's a life-size prop replica that you can order of the baby. I won't be getting that, guys. It was fairly disturbing. Uh, yeah. So, Beetlejuice, box office success and overall liked film, just not by me. And it's just, you got Jenna Ortega. And Tim Burton knows because he worked with her on Wednesday. She's got other levels that she can dial up to as an actor, potential in this film. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's go back to the box office numbers and take a look here. Deadpool and Wolverine in the second spot, 7.2 million. Where were we at? 1.28 billion for Deadpool and Wolverine. Reagan is that biopic sort of yeah, Dennis Quaid, right? Alien Romulus, 3.9 million for a worldwide total of 314. That's good news, guys. That's really good because Alien Romulus, I think it had like a, what was the budget for Alien Romulus? We did it on the 80 million. 80 million, guys. 314. That's awesome. That's proving that the Alien property and franchise can still work and it's still viable as a franchise to bring people to the audience, to the theater to watch it. And that puts a smile on my face. I know that it had some controversial ideas in it towards the end that a lot of people were like, I don't know if I like that. But it's still, I just like being in that universe. I like the grotesque nature of the aliens, and I'm happy. That's thumbs up in my book. So top five ends out with It Ends With Us. And the other new movie, The Front Room, opens in the 10th spot, but it only hit 2,000 theaters. That's that Brandy film, right? Tells the story of a newly pregnant couple who are forced to take in an ailing, estranged stepmother. And I think I'm going to go see this movie tomorrow on Cheap Tuesday, on a matinee. 1.6 million. And I think this is only having a 1 week release. I don't think it's going to be out for next week because I think it's going to go on to streaming services after. And for, you know what, $7, I'll dip into the theater to watch this tentatively. uh, People have been kind of well, 51% by critics, 38 by the audience. Let's just see what I'm in for here. Don H. I enjoyed, or I enjoy it had a message in it. There are family members that are honestly like that sad. Showed us too much gross poop, throw up, gross movie. Okay, so I guess what? I shouldn't have some popcorn when I'm watching this. It wasn't a very good movie at all. Very disappointing. No real storyline at all. A waste of my money and time. Rosa says, some of the critics, judging by my enthusiasm at the trailer for Belinda's sharpened jibes, as Solange's antics become impossible to ignore, the front room does capture one delicious, rich truth. Hell hath no fury like a mother-in-law scorned. Maybe I won't go see it tomorrow. Maybe I should just stay home and make videos. Ah, but I'll tell you what I am going to go see. Later on this afternoon, I am going to go out and see Strange Darling, which is down here in the 10th, 20th spot. Uh, it's only in 130 theaters. It's playing in the Art House Theater here. Strange Darling. Nothing is what it seems with a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. Yeah, it's playing at the Princess Twin at the Art House Cinema. Directed by J.T. Molnar. You watch commercials for this, it's kind of like, yeah, they're doing a one-night stand or something like that. And she's like, I'm going to be safe with you, right? Because you're not a serial killer, are you? You remember that trailer? Well, that's this movie. So I'm going to go out and see this at 4:45 today. Strange Darling. I hear good things. I hear good buzz. 95% by critics, 85% by the audience. So I'll add that to my repertoire, my resume of movies this year. Ed Begley Jr. Wow. Barbara Hershey. Where's Willa Fitzgerald been in? I feel like the Goldfinch, huh? Oh, she was in Wildcat as well. Really? Well, I watched Wildcat. Unknown character. Unknown character. So nobody of substance, huh? Beach House. Freak Show. A lot of TV stuff. Oh, she was in Reacher. Roscoe. Conklin. Roscoe. She was Roscoe? Hold on here. Oh, she's in this. That's Willa Fitz. Oh, cool. Oh, cool, man. I'm in for a treat then. Yeah, she was sort of like the love interest in season one, right? Yeah, I remember her. Good actress. And she's good because I'll tell you that she's got enough moxie that she can stand toe to toe with somebody of like Alan Richson's size and still have enough to command the screen for you to be like, oh, she's doing something very interesting. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. So that's pretty much the way that the weekend's box office numbers have gone. Yeah, Twisters is still hanging in there. The Forge. Uh, and as I said, the only thing really coming out next week here is the Speak No Evil. I think there is one other one. Speak No Evil, yeah. James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis. I'm watching him mostly because of Mackenzie Davis. I know the premise of the story. These people get tortured by James McAvoy, like in harsh and brutal ways. It's not going to be a pleasant watch because if you know the original was a Danish film, it's not that. Oof. Ay. So that's pretty much what you can expect from that. Um, let's take a look at what Thursday is at my theater. Beetlejuice, Diener 89. I don't know what that is. Front room still playing. Speak No Evil, 420. Yeah, so I'll see you at the 420 show. All right, where are we at? 23 minutes in. Is that all for box office? It would seem so. Salem's Lot comes out this year, guys. Salem's Lot, October 2024. So this is going to be on Max, right? I think it's also going to try to have the limited release, but the film that was on the shelf for the longest of times, like this was filmed a while ago. It was supposed to come out last fall, I believe, October 2024. It finally comes out. Um, Salem's Lot. We got some actual imagery or actual footage now to take a look at. Unfortunately, when I click the video here for it, it's uh, it's an unlisted video, so we might get a little slap on the wrists if we take a look at it. It's out there on the interwebs now. Coming soon, there has a link for it. I'll pull it up here. I'm not going to hit the play button, but it's basically people in the house. They're looking at a body that's down the stairs, and they're like, "Is it down there? It's not down there. It's moved." That's basically the gist of the scene. They're trying to build up mood and tension with the scene, and they go down there and they're looking around for it. So uh, that's pretty much the footage of it. Uh, I have high hopes for this. I want it to work. Word of mouth, from what we understand, the reasons why it got pushed is because the film is pretty much unwatchable, which sucks. I mean it. That sucks. Uh, the book is told in a way, guys, where if you ever picked up the book, it's like got these small little chapters, or like sometimes the chapter is only like a page long, and it's told in these like segments. So I'm curious to see how that's going to translate to the screen here, and how they're going to address that and try to create a narrative. Because when something's told in that kind of disjointed kind of way, it's choppy. It's very much like what the Rings of Power is like right now, where it's kind of like we've got 4 minutes here of this here and 4 minutes of that here. They don't really join together, kind of thing, but maybe in the end they'll pay off. That's the way uh, the book was. So we'll have to see how that works. All right. I didn't pull up the YouTube chat. My bad. Our Glass Viking says Salem's Lot just in time for Halloween. I like the original Salem's Lot when the holy water glowed. Hope they leave that detail in. Yeah, yeah, glad to see. October. So, where are we at? Yeah, that's pretty much all the major headlines that I got to look at. Wait, are we looking at Screen Rant? Nah, I don't want to look at Screen Rant. I want to look at Joe Blow. Final Joker 2 trailer sows more chaos. Um, yeah, we're just like a month away now for Joker 2, right? Looking forward to that. I got high hopes for that one too. First look at the, yeah, I don't need that. TIFF is happening this. I got pulled into work over the weekend, and I was just like, I'm sorry guys, but it happens, right? So I was gonna go to TIFF on Friday for the Midnight Madness thing. Like I was, but I was like, I can't do it and then come back into work for 8:30 in the morning, 8 hour shift, so I can't do that. Anyway, the end. TIFF, Michael Shannon and Tilda Swinton in a post-apocalyptic musical. What? Huh. Saturday night, the new trailer showcases all the behind-the-scenes perils of getting the SNL pilot to air. I'm really getting on board and curious about that Saturday night movie. Um, I like everybody who was hired to portray the younger versions of like Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, and stuff like that, um, and how kind of crummy the producers were to Lorne Michaels, right? I'll have to see how that goes. Heretic review from Tiff. Hugh Grant's first horror is a doozy. I'm really looking forward to Heretic. Uh, I'm kind of waning though on Hugh Grant as an actor. Like it's cool that he's doing stuff like this. Like I like his work. He shows up. He always brings it. But like from what I hear behind the scenes, how he treats other people and stuff like that, it's kind of left like right. Him like yeah. Who knows if it's all true or not? We'll have to see her. But I am going to watch the Heretic for sure. Shogun, Jamie Lee Curtis, Quizzy are two win big on night 2 of Creative Emmy Awards, huh? Edward Berger gives license to kill rumors he's directing next Bond film. Well, seeing that there's no script, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe that. A24 nabs The Brutalist for distribution. Okay, A24 has picked up The Brutalist. What is The Brutalist? Does that sound familiar? Drama romance. Felicity Jones, Adrian Brody, Guy Pearce. Interesting cast. What's this about? When visionary architect Laszlo Toth and his wife Ezrabet flee post-war Europe in 1947 to rebuild their legacy and witness the birth of modern America, their lives are changed forever by a mysterious and wealthy client. Fascinating. I do like Felicity Jones. We don't see enough of her, right? She took time off to have a family, though, right? So good to see that she's coming back a little bit. Alessandro Nivola, we know him. Pollux Troy. Who's this? Raffi or Rafi? Raffi Cassidy? Vox Lux, White Noise. Oh, she was in Killing of a Sacred. Oh, was she the daughter in Killing of a Sacred Deer? Okay, I recognize that. Um, yeah, she was the daughter. She looks a little bit like Natalia Dyer, right? Just a bit from Stranger Things, just a touch. Oh God, White Noise. Very interesting premise, but not executed all that well, I don't think. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Curious. Next. So that'll be picked up for distribution. The Brutalist. Okay, weekend box office. We know that. Poll. What's the best Tim Burton movie? Let's participate in this poll. Ooh, what do I like? Guys, it's hard for me not to say the Batman. I grew up idolizing that movie. Edward Scissorhands is up there for a lot of people. That would be my second choice, probably. Batman, Edward Scissorhands. I know a lot of people like Pee Wee's Big Adventure and Beetlejuice, but I would probably have to go. Hmm. Actually, I'd probably go Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, Mars Attacks, and then I really like. There's aspects of Sleepy Hollow that I like, but I'm going to vote for Batman. What would you guys put your money on? Beetlejuice? I'm guessing it's going to be Beetlejuice because it's just the talk of the town right now. Let's take a look. What got no votes? One vote for Frankenweenie. Dumbo is down there. Big Eyes, Dark Shadows, Alice in Wonderland, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride, Beetlejuice. Mars Attacks only got 28 votes. Come on, guys. See, now Mars Attacks had a lot of Tim Burton whimsy in it, but it had a cohesive story towards the end where he kind of, yeah, anyway. See, Sleepy Hollow 143, Beetlejuice, below Ed Wood, huh? Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns. So pretty much my top three is this poll's top three. Batman's number one, Batman Returns, and then Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. Arglass says, "Hey James, what are your thoughts on the Goonies sequel finally being greenlit?" Oh, is there a Goonies sequel? If it is there, I don't know how. I'll take a look at the details for it. Saturday Night Live isn't part of our pop culture, but it's piqued my interest from casting perspective. Yeah, just to see how close they try to emulate how Chevy Chase was, how Dan Aykroyd was, kind of thing, right? John Belushi as well. Tim Burton's Batman didn't really warm the first Beetlejuice. Didn't didn't really warm to the first Beetlejuice, but the sequel won me over. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw your comment there. I got to respond to these comments. I got to respond to comments. Hey, I'm in the minority. It seems like for that movie. So Jimi Hendrix doc coming from the greatest night in pop director. Guys, these documentaries about musicians, they're not landing. And I don't know about this Timothée Chalamet movie about Bob Dylan. I don't think it's going to land either. It'll it'll get the Chalamet fans, but you're not. It's like you're you're glossing over certain things. You're not giving a really full picture of it. You're just giving the highlights of the best parts of their lives. And a lot of people want to see the struggle that they had and that kind of thing, right? So Jimi Hendrix, they tried it multiple times. It's just I don't know if it'll ever work. Jimmy Fallon of the Tonight Show trimmed down to 4-day week. His late night TV doomed. I don't watch late night TV anymore. I don't watch TV that much anymore. I'm all YouTube now, guys. And if Netflix or something like that, if I can get to it on my TV, like on my computer, I'll watch it. I don't ever. I rarely sit down now and turn off my computer so I can watch the old fashioned TV on the TV cable box. I rarely do that now, and I wouldn't even have it now anymore. Uh, but the bundle that I got for like my internet, it was just cheaper to do it that way. But I've got like the minimal TV package. I got the CBC, uh, CTV. That's about it. Early reactions to Kevin Costner's Horizon and an American Saga Chapter 2 say it's another unwieldy entry in a bold, sprawling Western. So I've got this thought in my head here. Do people really pay to watch a good story? Is story important? Or people just want to watch spectacle? Because Beetlejuice is just spectacle. There's not a whole lot of substance in there. And you would say, well, then why don't people want to watch spectacle like Horizon, right? That's grandiose spectacle. Is it marketing? Like people, why didn't people go and watch the first Horizon? It's one of the worst box office bombs of the year. It's going to be good, well directed and acted because Kevin Costner. It's curious. So is it story? Is it how it's marketed? Oh, The Brutalist is 3.5 hours. Oof. Guys, it's a period piece. That's 3.5 hours. I don't know about that one. I'll wait till I can watch it at home then. Macaulay Culkin hitting the road for Home Alone celebration tour. Lionsgate pushes the release of Mel Gibson's Flight Risk to 2025. Bummer. I was kind of looking forward to that one. That's where he's like a hitman that hijacks the plane as they try to do a prisoner transfer. David Ayer, right? Direct? No, hold on. Why are you mentioning David Ayer? Mel Gibson who directed, right? It's supposed to be October 18th, but now comes up in 2025. Topher Grace was the fugitive. Michelle Dockery Who I like because of Downton Abbey. And if she's not going to be working on, she's got to be working on Downton Abbey 3, right? December 15th, same month for our birthdays. It looks like she just recently married as well. Curious. Yeah. Flight risk pushed. Any good reason? Looks like a really good thriller. Yeah, no real reason here. Just that it was pushed to January, which is fine. Actually, you know what? I think that's going to work out to their benefit. And they were referencing Beekeeper because Beekeeper was a January movie. And if Flight Risk has that same kind of tone as Beekeeper or Plane, then perhaps Flight Risk will be better suited there. All right, let's go over to Movie Web. Amy Adams freaked out a dozen dogs on the set of her new movie, Night Bitch. Yeah, this is also playing at TIFF, Night Bitch. I watched the trailer and I was pleasantly surprised that it didn't seem like they were capitalizing on the mental illness part. And I was glad that they didn't go down the furry road with it. Like she's obsessed with animals, that kind of thing. That she wants to dress up like one. She just feels like she's turning into one for some reason. Uh, and it does look like it's going to be gritty. October 6th is when this comes out, but it's playing at TIFF right now. So, first reactions is a great film with a terrible trailer. Really. All I hear is that Amy Adams is a good performance. So, a woman that believes that she's turning into a dog. Chris Schober joins us. 2025 theater release date is really stacked. Yes, indeed, Glass. Hey, James. It's been a while. How's it been? It's been going well. Extremely well. Schober also says, I saw Beetlejuice with my cousin and my dad, and it was okay plot story twist, but it didn't beat the classic Beetlejuice. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on here. That's weird. Okay. Where are we at? The Bear wins all of the creative Emmys. 3 women. Dexter prequel series. I never watched Dexter. Tom Cruise, sci-fi gem. Rebel Ridge. Just seeing if there's anything that jumps off the page. I'm going to look for that greenlit story of Goonies. See if we can substantiate that. There's also claims that Bob Iger has come out and said that they're retooling the Star Wars TV universe so that we're only going to have one series a year, kind of thing. Haven't been able to find it yet. All right, let's go over to updates. First poster for rumors. Brendan Gleeson is set for a major role in the upcoming Spider-Man Noir. That's where Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man, right? We Live in Time. Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield debuts at 81%. Is that on Amazon? We Live in Time? I want to watch that one. Why was that not theatrical? I watched the trailer for it. Oh, because it's at TIFF. I like Andrew Garfield. I got nothing against Florence Pugh. I think she's pretty solid. Good actress. I like it when she stretches herself and just doesn't do like the big blockbusters. She's got a lot of talent. We Live in Time. Denis Villeneuve and Amy Adams at TIFF. Of course, they worked on Arrival, one of his best films. Kirsten Stewart on the set of her directorial debut, The Chronology of Water with Imogen Poots. Chronology of Water. Cool that she's directing. I always champion that, guys. Chronology of Water. From debris of her troubled early life, Lydia Yukanovich weaves an astonishing tale of survival. What is this? I don't understand. What's it about? What's the theme? Through issues of normal life stuff from the point of view of a lifelong swimmer turned artist. Okay, so she's supposed to be a swimmer. We don't see enough of Imogen Poots. She's got talent too, and I don't understand why she just hasn't been able to get up to do all these like she she's good. Selena Gomez is now a billionaire, right? Says she would be open to adopting children. I unfortunately can't carry my own children. I have a lot of medical issues that would put my life and babies in jeopardy. Yeah, that happens. Uh, but yeah, that's cool. Hey, I'm adopted, so good on you. Tickets for Joker 2 are now on sale. Selena Gomez says she prefers doing supporting roles. Well, whatever happened to that mountain climbing movie she was supposed to be in? Remember, there was that like years ago, right? Rachel Zegler at Elsie Fest, whoever that guy is. New trailer for Saturday night, behind the scenes. Matt Bomer. Happy birthday to Michelle Williams. I think her best work. I know people like what's that? Uh, she just had that small role, Manchester, right by the sea. A lot of people like her in that, but I still think her best work is Shutter Island. Haunting, because you get scared of her at the end, right? When he comes home and finds out what she's done, like you like she does it in such a way where it's eerie. Oof. Confirmed presenters at the Emmys. So am I just going to be consumed with Emmy footage here? News stories, I mean. Okay, I want to find that story about the Goonies. Let's take a look at that. Is that there? No. Brandon Gleeson, yeah, we know that. Chronology of Water. Happy Gilmore 2 has begun filming. Will be on Netflix. Young Sheldon. New teaser for Joker 2. A lot of Emmy coverage stuff. John Bernthal. Looking forward to him in Daredevil Reborn, guys. Ahsoka is now Emmy Award winning series. Huh. Denis Villeneuve reveals the script for Dune 3 is in the works. Well, guys, it should have been in the works like months ago. What are you talking about? New trailer for Venom The Last Dance releases on Thursday. So we got a new Venom trailer that comes out in October. Yeah, that's about time to start ramping up the marketing for that. Kathy Bates says she's retiring. Her final role will be in the Matlock reboot series. She's got a great career. Good actress. Dick Van Dyke at the age of 98 was at the Emmys. Wow. Look at that. And for a 98-year-old man. Well done, sir. Andrew Garfield. Florence Pugh said, "What's this? Shining in all the horse faces." What? Some of my favorite ones I have saved. I'm not going to open up my photos right now. Huh. So they replaced movie posters with a horse face. Andrew Garfield, if he explore more Spider-Man, it's kind of endless. What can be done with that character? Not that we should, but not that we will, but you can always find another story to tell. And indeed, we have not gotten a lot of older Spider-Man. People are still clamoring for young Spider-Man stories, but uh, if Into the Spider-Verse proves anything, there is that older Spider-Man, mentor Spider-Man, that there's lots of stories other that you can tell. And whatever happens to Spider-Man when he's like old and decides like it's time to hang it up kind of thing. We never explored that. Like I'm sure the comics have, but yeah, there are stories that could be told. We Alien Romulus box office. Yeah, we talked about that. Peacemaker 2. Kendrick Lamar halftime. I don't even know who Kendrick Lamar is, so whatever. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. The Brutalist. Night Bitch. All right, let's go see if I can find that story about the Goonies 2. See if we can find any. Reportedly from NME. Rumor. Daily Mail. New York Post. Guess that would be the most substantive one, wouldn't it? Sequel has been with the original cast. Well, Kiwi Kwan, Corey Feldman are still here. So Sean Astin. I don't know if that guy is. And what? It would be about their kids going on an adventure. Josh Brolin is also still with us. Yeah. The sequel, according to The Sun, is scheduled to film next year with a possible release date of 2026 or 2027. The Goonies is held like with nostalgia. We just talked about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. A lot of nostalgia in there. And this is something that, for some reason, things like the Ninja Turtles just totally ignore. There's nostalgia there, guys. And that's where the older audience could come in. Things like that Minecraft trailer that dropped last week that everybody hated, had like a million dislikes or something like that. Uh, and they're like, well, it's only targeted to 9-year-old children. Well, why would you do that to a property that's got this expansive fan base? Why are you just narrowing it down to one particular demographic? It's nonsensical. Goonies, people grew up with it. So if you made it a modern age one, it would appeal to the younger people. But if you make it appealable to people who grew up with the first one, like you give enough meat in there, like that people can latch onto, you can make money. You can do these things. Jeff Cohen and Kiwi Kwan. Feldman needs a resurgence. Wait, did you watch his clip of him playing the guitar and then like the cable falls out, but the guitar keeps on playing? And it's like, oh, he's not really playing the guitar. And then that solo that he was doing. Wait, hey, you know those little shorts that I do where I'm just jamming on the guitar? It's just me jamming. So if I mess up, I mess up. But like when I'm doing a solo for like an actual song, then it should sound melodic. It should sound good, rehearsed. And I don't need no pre-recorded thing for it. Anyway, so that's that Goonie story. We'll have to see how that materializes. Chris Ober says, I read some Spider-Man comics. Hope James, they're pretty interesting. I hope they don't do it. Beetlejuice 3. What are your thoughts on it? Well, it really depends on how much money it makes. It's going to make its money back. It's not going to be a bomb or anything. Uh, it's just it would have to be with Tim Burton, right? Because they would only ever come back for Tim Burton. But I'm just kind of like, do I need it? Not really. So that's my thoughts on it. Uh, unless they had some kind of a weird crossover, like some really weird crossover, like Ghostbusters meets Beetlejuice kind of thing. Guys, you want to make some money? Try something like that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have to see how that goes. Guys, that's pretty much the way that the weekend is gone in the realm of movie news. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go out and see that movie, Strange Darling, this afternoon. And if not, I'm off Thursday, so we should be able to do Rings of Power episode 5 on schedule. And I also got to pay attention. I think it's not this week. Next week is Survivor, right? Yeah, so we'll pay attention to that as well. All right, guys. That being said, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domains.